In this passage from Rob Roy, Frank Osbaldistone, Baillie Nicol Jarvie and Mr. Andrew Fairservice are on their way into the Highlands near Loch Lomond to meet with Rob Roy himself. Baillie Nicol Jarvie and Andrew Fairservice cannot abide each other. I next attempted to lead the discourse upon the character and history of the person whom we were going to visit, but upon this topic Mr. Jarvie was totally inaccessible, owing perhaps in part to the attendance of Mr. Andrew Fairservice, who chose to keep so close in our rear that his ears could not fail to catch every word which was spoken, while his tongue assumed the freedom of mingling in our conversation as often as he saw an opportunity. For this he occasionally incurred Mr. Jarvie's reproof. "Keep back, sir, as best set ye," said the Baillie, as Andrew pressed forward to catch the answer to some question I had asked about Campbell. "You would fain ride the forehorse, and you wist how. That chield's aye for being out of the cheese fat he was moulded in. Now as for your question, Mr. Osbaldistone, now that chield's out of earshot, I'll just tell you it's free to you to speer, and it's free to me to answer or no. Good, I canna say mickle o' Robin Pear chield. Ill, I winna say o' him. Forby that he's my cousin, we're coming near his ain country, and there may be any as gullies ahint every whinbush for what I ken. And if you'll be guided by my advice, the less you speak about him, or where we are gangin', or what we are gangin' today, we'll be the mair likely to speed in our errand. For it's like we may fa' in hand with some of his unfriends. They are e'en our mony of them about, and his bonnet sits e'en on his brew yet for a' that. But I doot they'll be upsides with Rob at last, ere day or late day, the fox's hide finds the flaying knife." "I will certainly," I replied, "be entirely guided by your experience." "Recht, Mr. Osbaldistone, recht. But I maun speak to this gabbing skite too, for bairns and fools speak at the cross what they hear at the Ingle side. Do ye hear you, Andrew? What's your name? Fairservice." Andrew, who at the last rebuff had fallen a good way behind, did not choose to acknowledge the summons. "Andrew, you scoundrel," repeated Mr. Jarvie. "Here, sir, here." "Here is for the dog," said Andrew, coming up sulkily. "I'll gie ye dog's wages, ye rascal, if ye dinna attend to what I say to ye. We are gangin' into the Highlands a bit." "Adjudged as meikle," said Andrew. "Haud your peace, ye knave, and hear what I have to say till ye. We are gangin' a bit into the Highlands." "You told me sae already," replied the incorrigible Andrew. "I'll break your head," said the Baillie, rising in wrath, "if you dinna haud your tongue." "A hadden tongue," replied Andrew, "maks a slabbermouth." It was now necessary I should interfere, which I did by commanding Andrew with an authoritative tone to be silent at his peril. "I am silent," said Andrew, "as do all your lawfu' bidding without a naysay. My puir mither used aye to tell me, be it better, be it worse, be ruled by him that has the purse. So ye may e'en speak as lang as ye like, baith the tane and the tither o' ye for Andrew." Mr. Jarvie took the advantage of his stopping after quoting the above proverb to give him the requisite instructions. "No, sir, it's as mickle as your life's worth. That would be dear a little siller to be sure, but it is as mickle as all our lives are worth, if ye dinna mind what I say to ye. In this public, where we are gangin' to, and where it's like we maun hae to stay a' nicht, men o' all clans and kindred, Highland and Lowland, tak up their quarters. And whiles there are mair drawn ducks than open Bibles amongst them, when the Ushkabaw gets uppermost. See ye neither meddle nor mak, and gie nae offence with that clavering tongue o' yours, but keep a calm such, and let ilka cock fecht his ain battle." "Meikle needs to tell me that," said Andrew contemptuously, as if I had never seen a Hielandman before, and kentna how to manage them. "Nae man alive can kittle up Donald better than mysel. I hae bocht with him, sold with him, eaten with him, drocken with him." "Did ye ever fecht with him?" said Mr. Jarvie. "No, no," answered Andrew. "I took care o' that. It would ill hae set me, that am an artist and half a scholar to my trade, to be fechting among a wheen kilted loons that dinna ken the name of a single herb or flower in braid Scots, let a be in the Latin tongue. Then, said Mr. Jarvie, as ye would keep either your tongue in your mouth or your lugs in your head, and ye micht miss them, for as saucy members as they are, I charge ye to say nae word, good or bad, that ye can weel get by, to onybody that may be in the clachan. And you'll specially understand, ye're no to be bleezing and blasting about your maister's name and mine, or saying that this is Mr. Baillie Nicol Jarvie at the Salt Market, son of the worthy Deacon Nicol Jarvie that a'body has heard about, and this is Mr. Frank Osbaldistone, son of the managing partner of the great house of Osbaldistone and Tresham in the city. Enoch said, answered Andrew, enoch said. What need ye think I would be speaking about your names for? I hae mony things of mere importance to speak about, a true. It's they very things o' importance that I am feared for, ye blithering goose. Ye maun speak naething, good or bad, that ye can by ony possibility help. If ye dinna think me fit, replied Andrew in a huff, to speak like other folk, gie me my wages and my board wages, and I'se gae back to Glasgow. There's sma sorrow at our parting, as the old mayor said to the broken kirt.